Hello, welcome to NAB 2016 here at our ARRI booth. My name is Florian Bloch, I'm Head of Product Management at ARRI Lighting, and I'm here to talk about our latest extension of our daylight portfolio. As you well know, daylight portfolio always consists of several elements, such as a ballast, the lamp head, the cable, especially the cable length, and of course the lamp head, the bulb, including it. And to achieve the best and highest quality rendition, you need to be in control of all the elements, meaning in terms of hardware, of software, and of course of all parameters. And to do that, you need to have the right ballast. And this is what we talk about here, to show you the latest innovation in our high-speed portfolio of electronic ballasts by ARRI. So first of all, I would like to mention the EB1218. The EB1218 is the first high-speed capable ballast to run 12,000 and especially 18,000 bulbs, HMI or any discharge lamp of course, at more than 1,000 Hertz, and you end up in results for high frames shooting up to 3,000 frames per second in wonderful quality, no flicker, best images you can imagine. So all you're familiar with our great M series products, starting with the M8 at 800 watt, going all along the way, M18, M40, M90 and ARRI Max from 800 to 18,000. First of all, I would like to show you the latest family member of our AutoScan range. This is the new EB2.5/4 high-speed AutoScan. We will start shipping in May, and it will be available to the globe. So this means we will only have one of those high-speed versions which is capable to run on every kind of main supply voltage, main frequency, and of course it doesn't matter whether it's 50 or 60 Hertz because we have everything built in. And everything I show you at the EB69, the EB2.5/4K is capable as well. So what are the feature sets? First of all, we have of course the main but basic features like active line filter, which is extremely valuable and of course extremely important for all the wiring, for all the power calculation, for the power draw, for generation. All you think about that, the electrician will be happy if you have a ballast with ELF. So ELF sometimes is also known as power factor correction. What it basically does, it keeps the current and the voltage in line. So you only have really a one-to-one between apparent power and real power. No losses on that side. So a very important feature which we have implemented is a so-called CCL, the compensation of cable losses, which means nothing else than that the lamp will be operated at its nominal power. And you need to do that to achieve the maximum, not only in brightness, but also overall performance, means the color rendition. So to achieve the best image quality. So cable length means always the longer the cable is, the higher the voltage drop. And it ends up in a dimmed HMI lamp, and dimming HMI lamps you would not do, you like to avoid, because it deteriorates the color quality because of a less color rendition. In addition, we have of course many standard safety features. We have indicators here, you can see them here illuminated, to indicate what kind of wattage applies. If the lamp is on, if there's an over temperature applying, which is always something you need to consider and take care about. Power of course, and PE. PE means protective earth, and this is very reasonable for safety. So the first thing which is indicated here is always protected earth. Now, further features are DMX in and out, as you can see here. And what you can do via DMX or manually with this potentiometer here is you can dim the electrical power from 100% down to 50%. I emphasize that this means the electrical power, not the light output, because 50% electrical power end up in about 40%. So there is not a linear behavior. You lose a little bit more light and energy in this case. Now let me talk about lamp frequencies, because there are three main parameters you need to be able to control perfectly to really operate the lamp perfectly. This is of course the voltage, the current ends up in power, and the lamp frequency. Why this is so important? Lamp frequency, as you know, in the metal halide lamps, we have an arc between two electrodes. And this frequency basically means something, whether the arc is stable, whether you have really some kind of arc shape, or in the worst case, you have some flicker. And this flicker, some kind of light fluctuation, which is definitely seen on the screen and then of course later in production on the image. And this needs to be avoided, especially when it comes to high frame shooting. Before we have the so-called 75 Hertz. Some of you know from the previous Ballast generation, we called those frequency as well flicker free. Flicker free is more related to analog times, so meaning something like 24 frames per second. Now the next three, AutoScan, AutoMan and manual, those are the very interesting features when it comes to high-speed photography. Setting it in manual mode means that with a potentiometer here, you can set the frequency manually for all the way from 900 to 1200. Another possibility, which is, I would say, one step advanced, is the so-called AutoMan. Again, you set the frequency manually, but the ballast controls and maintains the right frequency. What does it mean? In terms of a current resonance in the arc tube of your lamp, it will shift the frequency to the left or to right, means to a lower or higher frequency, so a so-called quiet area with no or just very, very little resonances. In the end, you end up with still a perfect flicker-free image without any further interaction of the operator. Using the AutoScan feature really enables perfect images up to high frame rates. 1000 frames per second should be easily done, but in our tests and also feedback from customers, they achieved great images at frame rates up to 3000 frames per second. So this is unique, and we are glad that we have now a huge range starting from 2500 watt all the way to 18,000. Starting 2016, we have extended warranty offered to you. So for each and every tungsten lamphead you buy, you get an 8-year warranty. And for daylight systems, the daylight system is always a combination of a ballast and a lamphead. We guarantee you 5 years of warranty. So 5 years, no second thinking about it. I think that's a really great idea from ARRI, and we hope that it gives you even more trust and belief in our quality of the products. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. Please check our webpage www.arri.com for more details. Thanks again.